The results of 2 health studies released today indicates a national need to shape up. One report looked at a random sampling of 7,600 youngsters taken from tests of 4 million children over the last 2 school years. It found that fewer than half of them met physical fitness standards attainable by the average healthy youngster. The Amateur Athletic Union study also found that in some categories, the average teenager can't perform as well as he or she did at an earlier age. And a Massachusetts Department of Health study found well-educated people have the healthiest lifestyles. That study says people with better educations are thinner, exercise more, and smoke and drink less. Led by a former musician turned minister, some 30 teenagers last night burned rock and roll albums and cassettes in Huntersville, North Carolina. They call them Satan's records. And in California, as Terry Drinkwater reports, investigators charge things are even worse in reverse.
Word your will for which we pray.
The worshippers of Satan, the covens of witches and priests who pray to the devil, most always do so in secret. Among them, reportedly, are a number of rock music stars who apparently have found a subtle way to spread their satanic gospel. In a number of albums, such phrases as "Satan, he is God," or "I live for Satan," are recorded only backwards. In testimony to the California legislature, a brain researcher explained how the human mind can, in effect, unscramble what he calls the backward masked messages.
We have it stored in the unconscious as a truth image, and as the unconscious, the creative unconscious side of the brain does, it goes through scanning the unconscious brain to go about and bring those truth images to the surface and make them reality for us.
When the recordings are played backwards, here's what the satanic messages sound like.
The music is reversible, but time. Turn back, turn back, turn back.
Some record companies say the messages were inadvertent. Others say they're looking into the charges. Parents, worried that the preachings of the devil were influencing young minds, demanded a law to at least label the offending albums. Assemblyman Phil Wyman has just introduced the bill.
Suppose young people have heard Stairway to Heaven because they like it 200 or 300 times, and there has been implanted in their subconscious mind pro-satanic messages or incantations.
Wyman is also concerned about potentially hidden backward political and commercial messages. The bill's been sent to hearings, and Wyman's been sent a message by one satanic church. Mr. Assemblyman, the devil awaits you in damnation. Terry Drinkwater, CBS News, Los Angeles.
And that's the CBS Evening News for this Wednesday. Dan Rather reporting from New York. Thank you for joining us. Good night.